Hello everyone, this is Ajisha, Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. This topic deals with departmentation, delegation, centralization and decentralization. On completion, students will be able to explain the various types of departmentations. Explain the delegation of authority. Understand the concept of centralization and decentralization. So first we will see what is departmentation. It is the process of dividing and grouping the activities and employees of an enterprise into departments, divisions, and other homogeneous units. Departmentation is the basis on which work or individuals are grouped into manageable units. There are 5 traditional methods for grouping work activities. Departmentation by function. Departmentation by products. Departmentation by territory. Departmentation by process and departmentation by customers. First is departmentation by function. It is grouping activities on the basis of function of an enterprise. The basic enterprise functions are production, selling, marketing and financing. Next, departmentation by products. This type of departmentation is used in organization where more than one product is produced. In this department, all the sources and authority are placed under the control of one manager. Next is departmentation by territory. Geographic departmentation is the process of grouping activities on the basis of territory. If an organization's customers are geographically dispersed, it can group jobs based on geography. For example, the organization structure of Coca-Cola Limited has reflected the company's operation in various geographic areas such as Central North American Group, Western North American Group, Eastern North American Group and European Group. Next type is departmentation by process. This type of departmentation is found in production and operative levels. Such type of departmentation can be found in spinning, weaving, dyeing and packing process. Departmentalization by process groups jobs on the basis of product or customer flow. Lastly, departmentalization by customer, the grouping of the organization according to the different classes of customer or clients. It focuses on special customer needs. Once the types are seen, it is also important to note the key factors in departmentation. First, it should take into consideration the benefits of specialization. It should ensure proper coordination. It should not result in excess cost. It should give due consideration to human aspects. It should facilitate control. Next important topic is delegation of authority. Delegation is commonly defined as the shifting of authority and responsibility for particular functions, tasks or decisions from one person to another. 3 elements of delegation are authority, responsibility and accountability. Authority is the power to give orders and get it obeyed, or in other words, it is the power to take decisions. Responsibility means state of being accountable or answerable for any obligation, trust, debt or something, or in other words it means obligation to complete a job assigned on time and in best way. Accountability means giving explanations for any variance in the actual performance from the expectations set. Accountability cannot be delegated. For example, if A is given a task with sufficient authority and A delegates this task to B and asks him to ensure that task is done well, responsibility rests with B, but accountability still rests with A. The top level management is most accountable. Steps in delegation of authority. Step 1 is assignment of duties. The delegator first tries to define the task and duties to the subordinate. 2. Granting of authority. Subdivision of authority takes place when a superior divides and shares his authority with the subordinate. It is for this reason, every subordinate should be given enough independence to carry the task given to him by his superiors. 3. Acceptance of assignment. Subordinates have to be obligatory towards the duties assigned to them. Responsibility is said to be the factor or obligation of an individual to carry out his duties in best of his ability as per the directions of superior. Therefore, it is that which gives effectiveness to authority. At the same time, responsibility is absolute and cannot be shifted. 4. Creating responsibility and accountability. Accountability, on the other hand, is the obligation of the individual to carry out his duties as per the standards of performance. Therefore, it is said that authority is delegated, responsibility is created and accountability is imposed. Accountability arises out of responsibility and responsibility arises out of authority. Therefore, it becomes important that with every authority position, an equal and opposite responsibility should be attached. Next, another important topic we will see is what is centralization and decentralization. Centralization is the process of transferring and assigning decision-making authority to higher levels of an organizational hierarchy. The span of control of top managers is relatively broad, and there are relatively many tiers in the organization. Next, decentralization is the process of transferring and assigning decision-making authority to lower levels of an organizational hierarchy. The span of control of top managers is relatively small, and there are relatively few tiers in the organization because there is more autonomy in the lower ranks. Lastly, differences between centralization and decentralization. First point, it emphasis on top-down control, leadership, vision and strategy. In decentralization, it emphasis on bottom-up, political, cultural and learning dynamics. Second, in centralization, decision-making is slow but strong, authoritarian, visionary, charismatic. But in decentralization, decision-making is faster, democratic, participative, detailed. In centralization, execution is decisive, fast, coordinated. Whereas, in decentralization, execution is evolutionary and emergent. I hope that, on completion of this video, students will be able to explain the various types of departmentations, explain the delegation of authority, understand the concept of centralization and decentralization. Hope this video benefits you. Thank you.